mountains, far from Big Brother's glare, lurks Bodach, the alien, his logic bold and rare. He rants in the moonlight, corruption beware, while Jasper behind the scenes ensures no glitch can snare. They brew roasts and truths, leaving no stone unturned. Viewers flood the chat till the ban can't be spurned. Bodach brims with swagger, inciting verbal wars. He fences bacon deniers behind deep state doors. He slays your claims with facts and leaves them on the floor. With base takes, a cosmic crowbar wrecks each libtard war. From his high tower of truths he hunts scandals grim. He lifts corruption's veil so darkness cannot win. The chat erupts for each base take, igniting Bodach's spark. For defiance grows brightest when it's bored in the dark. He calls out crazy liberals, charging right to the fight, tearing dogmas asunder with unapologetic might. Hornet like jabs, and sure no NPC is spared. Their illusions collapse, every falsehood laid bare. But Bodach's not alone, Jasper's always near. A multitasking servant, no meltdown to fear. He runs cameras and code, flattening trolls.
Happy Tuesday, human beings. Let's crack on. Oh, hello humans, welcome. This is a nice Tuesday stream. Yeah, welcome. Hello humans, welcome to the stream, my podcast, my desperate need for attention. This is my show. What's up, Jar? Hi, your name is Bodach. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My name is Bodach, and I was exiled here to Earth, framed I was, for crimes I didn't commit. But that's a story for another day. This is my thing. I ramble, I chit-chat, I fight technical glitches, and I've probably been neuralized by the Men in Black multiple times, considering there's not a rabbit hole not worth my time. I wear my tinfoil hat with pride, never shy of speaking my mind. So join me, help me. Enable my bad choices. Maybe then I will finally have a glitch-free stream. Anyway, I live in a castle. It's not mine. I don't know who owns it. I've never met them, but I've been here for years and no one checks. My man cave is here. I have my own gym. And there is this weird mirror down in the basement that shows me memes. We're going to go and have a look at that later. Yeah. I also host my own talk show where I invite guests on for a chin wag. And I host a quiz show, Silly Sausages. Once in a while, I also like to try a little bit of open mic comedy down at the Open Mic Comedy Club. I also have the honour of being a regular guest speaker at the Institute for Science, Memes, Entertainment and Gaming. You will find my previous Smeg talks on all my channels. Anyway, enough about me. I'm not alone. My mate Jasper is behind the scenes. He hides here from my world, but the less you know about him, the better. Jasper is my producer, my editor, my security, my driver, my cook, my secret Santa, and my drug dealer. But anyway, together we stream on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, X, Facebook, Rumble, Trovo. No longer D-Live. Fuck D-Live. We're now, we've ditched D-Live. We're now on Nemo. Nemo? Nemo.tv. Don't know if it's any good, but we're on there now. And you can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, BitChute, Odyssey. We were trying to live stream on TikTok, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I literally, I don't think I even managed to finish a stream on TikTok. Oi, 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 what's up, Justin? It's funny how you shout a random word or two when speaking in sentences. Well, I do that, Black Betty. What do you mean? I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I can't do the live streaming on TikTok. I can't do it. It's just I quite literally can't get to the end of a stream without some sort of notice or some sort of takedown saying, "Oh no, you've broken the rules. You've done this. You've done that." It's ridiculous. So we're not even going to bother. But yeah, head to the Bodach.show. Head to the Bodach.show. That's my website. I built it myself. Would really appreciate it if you did follow and all the stuff you got accounts for. Even if you don't use the platform anymore, it helps me grow. I especially want people to jump in a Discord. If you ever wanna steal the memes you see on the show, they're all on the Discord. I'll shove them up on the Discord. You can keep track of the quiz-winning Hall of Fame, and if you do want to come on the show, I do it all through Discord. If you ever want to be a guest on the quiz or anything like that. Yeah, feel free to jump in the chat and also feel free to clip and share anything you see. Yeah, we've got some weird news. Got a bit of weird news to go through. Gonna go see the mystery mirror, a bit of bro code stuff. Nice quiet one. What time are we on? Just coming up to 22:11. I'll probably be here to about midnight. I'll plan to be anyway. You know, if you got like Justin, Little Lou, CSP promoter, musical, you know, if they all crawl out of the woodwork, and want to have like a little rush session, of course I'll stick around for it. But otherwise, yeah, be a nice short one. Is it me or is no one streaming? Or is it just me? Well, no one I particularly follow streaming, but it's not the fact that they're not streaming. It's been really quiet. It's been really quiet on the streams. Is that just me? Or is there like a bunch of new people that I haven't noticed yet and that's where everyone is watching? Haven't played FIFA in about 2 weeks. Yeah, me neither, Justin. I guess JVD was right. He was right not to buy the game. He said it, didn't he? He said he's not going to go and spend 30, 40 quid on a game that we all stopped playing a few weeks later. I am going to play it more. It's so frustrating. Oh, poor musical. Not musical. Brutally. Brutally actually was already on a football game. One of these open-ended ones. It doesn't fuck you every year. He came to FC25. We never even reached a point where we're playing. Now I am gonna play FC25. And when FC26 comes out, do you know what? I'm probably gonna get it. The one thing that I don't regret FC25. Do you know my only regret? Is not getting it when it was released. When was it released? Let's have a look. There you go. It was released all the way back in September. I bought it, what, a month ago? So I'm going to scratch this one off. FC25. I'm going to scratch it off. I'm not going to get in the habit of buying it all the time, but with FC26, I am going to buy it, and I'm going to get there nice and early, right at the end of. If it's released at the end of September again this year, I'm going to get on. I'm going to get in on there nice and early. I bought the game. We're enjoying some Rush. Bish bash bosh. The season's over. The summer's here. And now it's really quiet and hardly anyone's even streaming. Where is everyone? Has Musical streamed today? Frankie normally streams on a Tuesday. Where's Frankie? Frankie's not streaming. It's really quiet. I fucked my hand up recently as well. So that's been a reason I haven't played. Oh man, how'd you manage to fuck your hand up, Justin? How'd you manage that? Oh well. I'll crack on with what I had planned, but yeah, where the fuck is everybody? Is there like some streamer strike? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We'll get to the bottom of this.
Knowledgeable fisticuffs. Tomorrow's news. In 2 days from today.
Oh, hello. Welcome. This is Backward Knowledgeable Fisticuffs, where I bring you some of the most exciting stories going on today. Such as, is every MMA streamer dead? Are you dead? Orange Cat, when was you last streaming? Musical, when was you last streaming? Frankie was streaming on, was it Sunday? No chill. Gilly, has Gilly streamed? You know the world's really gone tits up if Gilly hasn't streamed today. Let's have a look. I can never remember how to spell. I can never remember how to spell his fucking name. I'll just keep scrolling down till I see him. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Hank the Tank, has he been streaming? Let's have a look. When did? So Gilly streamed 7 hours ago. So Gilly did stream today. Hank the Tank. We're just doing a quick checkup. So we've got some people streaming yesterday. Got Combat Casual. He streamed yesterday, brutally honest. He hasn't. Oh, Ronin streamed yesterday. Is everybody like made some sort of pact? We don't stream on Tuesdays. Is everybody at some sort of secret club that I wasn't invited to? Imagine if there was some like streamer meet and they're all there now. And they're like, yeah, fuck Bodach, leave him out. We don't want to see him. Wow, Music hasn't streamed in 4 days. Okay, whatever. It's just me and you, I guess. Fuck me, where is everyone? Wow, not a lot of activity. Anyway, boom. An Australian woman on trial for mushroom murder of in-laws says she was trying to fix a bland lunch. Get a look at her there. Good look at her. Wellington, New Zealand. Before Erin Patterson's in-laws and their relatives arrived at their home for lunch, she bought pricey ingredients, consulted friends about recipes, and sent her children out to a movie. Then, the Australian woman served them a dish containing poisonous death cap mushrooms. A meal that was fatal for 3 of the 4 guests. Let's get that zoomed in. Here we go. Jesus Christ. Whether that was Patterson's plan is at the heart of the trial, the triple murder trial that has gripped Australia for nearly 6 weeks. The prosecutors in a Supreme Court case in the state of Victoria say the accused lured her guests to lunch with a lie about having cancer before deliberately feeding them toxic fungi. She lied about having cancer. Wow, that's well weird. But her lawyers say the tainted beef Wellington she served was a tragic accident caused by a mushroom storage mishap. She denies murdering her estranged husband's parents, Don and Gail Patterson, and their relative, Heather Wilkinson. Oh, shit, man. Shit, I don't know. What do you reckon? Do you reckon she did it? You sprained you sprained your ankle and your wrist. Hang on, you sprained your wrist falling on it, so it's been swollen. Oh shit. Mushrooms are fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. I like mushrooms myself. Mushrooms soaked in garlic butter and breaded. Oh, God, they're so nice. What's up, Western? How are you? Cam Hassel. It was definitely on purpose. She knew what she was doing. I'm kind of leaning that way. Cam. I meant to say hand and wrist. Okay, Justin. Yeah, you fucking sprained. That's bad, man. The mother of two also denies attempting to murder Heather's husband, Ian Wilkinson, who survived the meal. In a rare step for a defendant charged with murder, Patterson chose to speak in her own defense at her trial this week. Wow. On Wednesday, she spoke publicly for the first time about the fateful lunch in July 2023 and offered her explanations on how she planned the meal and didn't become sick herself. That's it. She didn't become sick herself. Here's what I'm thinking. She didn't become sick herself, and she sent her kids away. Go, you lot go away. Was it a movie? You lot go away. I'm gonna avoid getting sick, and everyone else is gonna die. And adding more mushrooms to a bland meal. You don't add mushrooms to a bland meal. You add spices. you add spices and flavor. No one disputes that Patterson 50 served death cap mushrooms to her guests for lunch in the rural town of Leongatha. But she says she did it unknowingly. I don't even know what a death cap mushroom is. Let's have a look. Oh. I see them. I see them around. I see them everywhere. They're proper dangerous. They're so common. Wow. Had no idea they were dangerous, man. She represented herself in court. Oh, yeah. She's going to jail. That is a good sign, isn't it? the real crazies always think they can represent themselves. I tell you what it is, right? I tell you what it is. Why the crazies always do... Why the real guilty people always do something crazy like represent themselves. It's because they're overthinking it. Because they're guilty as fuck. They're overthinking what would an innocent person behave like. I imagine in her head, keeping her head down, keeping her mouth shut and letting her lawyer do their work. That's an admission of guilt, isn't it? In the mind of the guilty, that's an admission of guilt. Where if you're innocent, you're just going to be thinking, what the fuck? I'm innocent. What the fuck am I doing in a trial? This is mental. You are just innocent, so you're not even going to worry about what you look like. You're just going to be like, right, yeah, lawyers are saying keep your head down, keep your mouth shut. Let them get on with their work. So you're going to do that, right? It does. It is a massive sign that someone's guilty as fuck if they represent themselves, isn't it? Proper good sign that you are guilty as fuck if you represent yourself. What was his name? Ted Bundy. He tried to represent himself. So yeah, you're in good company. I didn't know those death caps were so fucking common. Good evening. What's up, Lane? Representing yourself in court has never gone wrong ever. Bessie has which mushrooms are lethal in a Yahoo search history. I bet, yeah, man, fucking hell. How do you know? I'm not being funny, right? I'm not being funny, but I'm looking at some of the death cap mushrooms. Yeah, I've never fucking eaten anything like that, but this here, I've eaten mushrooms that look exactly like that from Tesco's. I've eaten that mushroom. That can't be a death cap. I've eaten mushrooms that look exactly like that. I've eaten mushrooms that look like this. Not this with the scaly bits on top. Oh, because that's not a death cap. Marble death cap. That's not. I've eaten that. That's edible. That's a marble death cap. Like, you never touch the red ones. That's what sends the animals do, Lally, isn't it? I don't know. Bet she has, yeah. She submitted her live, laugh, love kitchen sign as evidence of her innocence. Oh, I fucking hate those cliche things. Truly a kangaroo court. Oh, yes. Your Honor, my crystals say I'm innocent. Whoever represents himself has a fool for a client. Exactly, Lane. And it's a her. Why are we looking at mushrooms? Western, I'm just saying that some of those death cap mushrooms look like the edible ones you get from a supermarket, which I eat all the time and love. Whenever I'm rustling up a chili con carne or a spag bol or some chicken wraps or anything like that, I throw in loads of mushrooms. Western, isn't this exactly the type of content you're looking for? Yeah, Western, be careful because you're going to just fucking eat them. You're not going to be making sure they're not death caps. The mushrooms sold in supermarkets have had the death removed. Shut up, Betty. The guy just removed the death. Red mushrooms. Are they the bad ones? Who forages their own mushrooms without knowing which ones are deadly? That's what I'm saying, Cam Hassel. How are you supposed to know? They look so similar to other things. But Musical said he knows which ones are shrooms. He can go shroom hunting and find you the shrooms that send you doolally. But anyway, her name, the woman, the murderer, well, we don't know if she murdered them. She's in trial at the minute. Patterson said Wednesday she splurged on expensive ingredients and researched ideas to find something special to serve. She deviated from her chosen recipe to improve the bland flavor, she said. You don't improve fucking flavor on mushrooms. They carry flavor. They don't fucking do flavor. She believed she was adding dried fungi bought from an Asian supermarket from a container in her pantry, she told the court. Now, I think that there was a possibility that there were foraged ones in there as well. She told her lawyer, Colin Mandy. She'd foraged wild mushrooms for years, she told the court on Tuesday, and she put it in her pantry weeks before the deaths. So she either knows or doesn't know. She was a practiced one. I reckon she's guilty. The accused says she shouldn't have lied about cancer. And so she sends her kids away so they avoid the meal. She doesn't have the meal, obviously, so she escapes getting ill. And she lies about cancer to lure them in. And she defends herself. Come on! She says she threw up her mushroom meal. I'm sure she fucking did. Well, I think she's guilty. There she is. So you sent your kids away, yep. And you didn't get it, no. You defended yourself, yep. Yeah, you ain't guilty. You ain't fucking guilty. I'm at the end of the weed. The tolerance is too high now. When you haven't smoked it for a very long time, the tolerance is like really low. so you can just really enjoy it. But you find after like you've had a couple of weeks of smoking it, your tolerance goes back up, and that's like fucking hell. I'm burning through this stuff just to get the same. It's when you gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. Gotta go back to being sober. Oh, it's gonna suck. Last couple of weeks have been lovely. Who forges their own mushrooms? Who? Yeah. Oh, all right. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. Who? You're napping, Weston. What are you napping for? If she said mushrooms add flavour to anything, she's guilty as fuck. Exactly, Lane. They're like tofu. Exactly. Mushrooms carry flavour. They don't add flavour. Like, mushrooms are really good, like that marinating and soaking in stuff, aren't they? It's like potato. I mean, not many people like potato just on its own. If you do, sure. But if you have it every day, you're going to get bored of it really quickly. But now you mix that potato in with some flavour, like in a curry or something like that, and all of a sudden that potato is fucking amazing. Because they don't bring flavour, they carry flavour. Don't ever disrespect potatoes like that again. Hey! I'm from England. It's the land of potatoes. It's a funny fact about England is that due to various treaties and stuff, we've got kind of some bullshit to deal with. But if you just scrap all that, the world goes to shit. Every country for themselves. Britain can and would be food independent. You know what I mean? We grow more than enough strawberries, apples, potatoes. We've got more than enough fish. You know what I mean? I'm not going to throw any shade at the potato. The potato is my backup plan. The baked potato is the miracle meal. If I'm ever hard up on money or anything like that, it's so easy, innit? Get a bunch of baked spuds, some baked beans, some cheese. There you go. You've spent less than a tenner, but you've probably got like 4 or 5 meals there. Potatoes are our friend. I mean, rice is always up. Rice is up there as well, but you know what I mean. Like the problem is about rice is we only have access to rice here while society functions. You know what I mean? I don't know if we can't. We literally just don't grow rice here at all, do we? We just don't have the climate. If society went to shit and the global economics collapsed and we had to go back to every country for themselves, that would mean you'd have to eat the food that was sourced locally, which for us would be a fucking shit ton of potatoes. Be a shit ton of potatoes and fish. I think we get some spice. I think we do get some spices here. Just bland ones though. If you haven't got a rice cooker though, get one. Fucking hell. So glad I got mine. Bodach, are you in top chat? No, I'm not, Weston. Why? What have I missed? Ireland is the land of potatoes. Sure it is. Sure it is. Ireland and Britain. First thing she says when in prison will be, is this my cell? This is mycelium. Oh, it's a mushroom joke, but I don't understand it. I'm just gonna laugh just because there you go. I'm assuming Betty's right, but I don't get it. I might throw some taters in the oven now. Go for it, Justin. I'd throw nightshade at a potato. Nightshade. What is nightshade? Is that a real thing? That is a real thing, isn't it? But it's not got like... Nightshade in the mythical sense has all sorts of magical properties. Mycelium, get it? Oh, yeah. Mycelium. Is this mycelium? Uh-huh. That one whiffed, Betty. No, actually, I thought it was all right. It's all right. Sourdough bread, every other carb in existence. Sourdough bread is greater than every other carbon in existence. I do like some sourdough bread, to be fair. What about a good seeded rye bread, though? I like the tiger bread. No, sourdough bread is nice. Sourdough is good. Let's move on to our next story. Social media now main source of news in the US, research suggests. I already knew that. This is from the BBC. Social media and video networks have become the main source of news in the US, overtaking traditional TV channels and news websites, research suggests. Dude! This has been the way for over 10 years. More than half of people get news from networks like Facebook, X, and YouTube, overtaking TV and news sites and apps, according to the Reuters Institute. The rise of social media and personality-based news is not unique to the United States, but change is seen to be happening faster and with more impact than in other countries, a report found. Fuck off! It's at least 3/4 and it's everywhere now. I bet even in China, even in communist China, most people get their news from social media and some people's blogs and podcasts than they do with the fucking state media that they're mandated to watch every day. I bet it's a global trend. And I bet it's nowhere near 50%. They're making it out like, oh no, we're slowly... No. It's at least 3/4 and it's global. Podcaster Joe Rogan was the most widely seen personality, with almost 1/4 of the population saying they had come across news or commentary from him in the previous week. I mean, that is quite fucking insane. Like, when you think back to the 80s of like the days of Johnny Carson and stuff, it as massive as those shows were, like they were quintessential viewing. You know, at the end of every day. Even they weren't reaching 22% of the population. You know what I mean? Even Oprah wasn't reaching 22% of the population when she was in her prime, daytime. But anyway, the report's author, Nick Newman, said the rise of social video and personality-driven news represents another significant challenge for traditional publishers. It's not a challenge, it's a fucking change. It's not a challenge. You see how they phrase it, the media. This is the BBC, but you see how they phrase it. It's a challenge. What's another word for challenge? Problem. It's a problem. It's not a problem. Not at all. You just want to maintain your grip on the power, therefore you see it as a challenge. How about you recognize that these formats are more relatable to the audience and deliver your content in that format? Be relatable, be honest. Oh, that's the problem though. The BBC can only compete if they're going to be honest and relatable, but they can't because they're propagandists. Anyway, the Institute also highlighted a trend for some politicians to give their time to sympathetic online hosts rather than mainstream interviewers. Fucking man. It said populist politicians around the world are increasingly able to bypass traditional journalism in favour of friendly, partisan media personalities. The fucking nerve of them. The fucking nerve of them. The BBC. Oh, if they bypass us, they'll go and get someone friendly and partisan. Listen to them. You cheeky fucking cunts. The BBC. This is the BBC. You cheeky fucking bastards. The most partisan fucking outlet. The BBC. Oh, if. Oh no, fuck it. Yeah, you know. They're actually going to be allowed to speak. And they're not going to get interrupted. They're not going to get asked dumb fucking questions. Nigel Farage will go on the BBC and all they're going to do is attack him. Attack him. Attack. That's all they fucking do is attack him. Such and such said this and he was friends with him who was friends with him and you were photographed with him. So, Nigel, why are you friends with racists? And then it's like, you know, I mean, he's left and he just gets given the most dumbass things to talk about. They tee him up with dumbass things. Do you know what happens when Nigel Farage? Do you know what happens when they, quote, bypass traditional journalism in favour of friendly partisan media personalities, according to the BBC? Do you know what happens when Farage does that? He gets to talk. He gets to talk about his ideas. He gets to talk about his ideology. He gets to talk about his policies and his plans. And do you know what we get to do because of that? We get to scrutinise it. Some of what he said is a load of bollocks. Doesn't add up. But a whole lot of what he says makes perfect fucking sense. No one's asking him dumb fucking questions. No one's interrupting him. No one's letting him talk about what he wants to talk about. No one's stifling him. He's just telling you what he's about and what he wants to achieve. And why he's after your vote. Speaking for himself. Whether or not he's lying doesn't matter. He gets platformed properly. And that's why it's a, quote, challenge that these non-traditional journalistic outlets are helping these personalities bypass it because they can't control the conversation anymore. They just can't control the conversation. But yeah, despite their popularity, online influencers and personalities were named as a major source of false or misleading information by almost half of people worldwide, putting them level. Look at this. Despite their popularity, online influencers and personalities were named as major source. This is bullshit. Right? Do you know what pisses people off? Lying to them. People don't. Mate, you are. They've got. You are. Oh my. The BBC are so. I bet they've got some poll with a fucked up sample size. That, oh yeah. Online influencers. Oh yeah, they're misleading. And then they're conflating that completely unrelated study with online influencers and whatnot becoming more popular. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Nobody's going to sit there going, oh, Joe Rogan, yes. 3 hours talking to someone where they're going to lie to me. No one does that. Oh, I wonder what they're going to lie about now. No. As soon as you're caught out to be a bit of a bullshitter or a liar, people stop watching. They stop listening. Trying to conflate these two fucking polls. Trust the BBC. The disingenuous journalism. No. The online partisan. The mislead. And do you know what they mean? Do you know what they say when they also say, oh, in favour of friendly partisan media? It's not friendly partisan media. It's just friendly media. You know, the likes of Joe Rogan and that. They can be sat across from someone who they completely disagree with and still have a civil conversation and allow the person to speak, allow the person to cook. And because Joe Rogan doesn't be like, no, shut up, and interrupt them and stifle them and ask them dumbass. Because Joe Rogan doesn't do what they would do, he's called partisan. It's not partisan. Just because you disagree with someone doesn't mean you can't have a respectful conversation. They've still got to say something, right? That's what they mean by partisan. They don't really mean partisan. They mean somewhere they won't be stifled. But yeah, we can see the fucking BBC at it. Typical shady coverage. Can't trust the fuckers. Two of us have to fit in this cell. There's really not much room. Oh, Cam Hassel, you. Potatoes are nightshades. Okay. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah. I should have known that. Yeah, nightshades are a family of plants, both veg and fruit. Fair enough. I did not know that. McGregor just knocked out a guy in a club and I beef it. No, he didn't. Did he really? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, because that's definitely going to be the next fucking order. Ah! What the fuck? Oh, shit. Brutal footage of Conor McGregor knocking man out in Ibiza nightclub emerges online. Hang on. Let's just get this fucking... Oh! Watch that, watch! Oh! Oh! Fucking double whammy, bam! Fuck me! How much do you think that sucked? How did he connect? So the first one was on the cheekbone. So the first one, you can take that, it's on a cheekbone, but that second one, that's right on the chin. I can't work out if he falls or not. Does he fall? Oh! It's quick, isn't it? I mean, you'll be alright after that though, wouldn't you? That is mental. Is McGregor partying with midgets? No, I think he stood on a platform. Left hook, left hook, left hook, left hook, left hook, left hook. Was that me replaying it? Oh, never mind. You stood on a stage, yes. Is that the thing I was just watching? Did they remove the chat ranking? Lord Guru, hello, welcome. The chat ranking it's not unlocked for everyone. I never got it. It's still rolling out. I'm guessing people who are only... I'm guessing you have to be a certain size. It like rolls out to bigger people first. Little tiny channels like mine will be the last to get it. McGregor just knocked out a guy. Yeah, fucking hell. Former UFC champion Conor McGregor appeared to become embroiled in a physical altercation with a club goer as footage has emerged online. McGregor, 36. He's only 36, really? Really? I thought it was like nearly 40. Well, he is nearly 40, really, but I thought it was like actually like, you know, pretty much 40 already. So you're telling me these last four odd years where he's been completely inactive, he's actually been in his fucking age-wise, he was in his fighting prime. Fighters peak in their early to mid-30s, don't they? That's when the balance of martial arts knowledge, experience, and youth kind of hit a sort of convergence, isn't it? From like the age of like 30 to 34. Am I right? I'm thinking that's right. I don't know. But yeah, former UFC champion, fucking hell, has been in Ibiza in recent days and has been pictured partying alongside reality TV star Katie Price. Oh my God. For those of you who don't know Katie Price, you should see the fucking state of her now. Honest, that's Katie Price. The fucking state of her. Someone's outside fucking partying. I'm gonna have the windows open at this fucking... I live in a town centre. Obviously this time of the fucking... Yeah, you got the windows open, so there's some fucking drunk idiots. But yeah, this is who Conor McGregor... I can't enlarge it for some reason. This is who Conor McGregor... Oh, fuck, I don't want to look at it. This is who Conor McGregor's been partying with in Ibiza. Look at the fucking state of it. There was this girl... This is Katie Price. Oh, fuck, Jesus. Fuck. I think that... Is that fake? Katie Price, right, is one of these weird women who got this, I mean, she's got this mental disorder. For you Americans, she's got like this mental disorder where they feel like they need plastic surgery, so they just never stop getting plastic surgery. Ever. And they might be perfectly attractive. Katie Price before the surgery. It's quite hard to find, actually. Yeah, that was her before the surgery. Right. Already a successful model. Already a favourite with the lads. And she convinced herself that she was ugly or whatever. And she went from that to having massive fucking... I mean... tits beyond fucking comprehension. Like it's unnecessary. Like, look, like she used to actually just be a naturally pretty bonny person, and then she fucks her face up. That's when she was with Peter Andre. But whatever that condition, I'm trying to find the fucking... It's actually surprisingly hard to find a picture that shows off how grotesquely horrible and massive her fake tits are. There you go. Do you know these people that, like, they're beyond human? And of course, she is the mother of the disabled lad, the father of Dwight York's kid. Dwight York, one of England's best forwards, who infamously went on TV, daytime TV. You're talking like 10 o'clock in the morning with all the mums and babies watching. And he goes, "Hello, you cunt." Well, look at the fucking size of him. But anyway, enough about Katie Price. I just thought that was fascinating that he was actually hanging around with Katie Price. So the reality TV star Katie Price and club owner Wayne Lineker, brother of ex-footballer Gary. Okay. They spelt Lineker wrong. That's not how you spell the Lineker name. Yeah, dumb fuck, wasting his prime. Mad, isn't it? He's wasted his prime years. It's crazy. Apparently, he is under a yacht arrest and has an ankle monitor. He's under a yacht arrest. So what does he do during curfew? Just travel the seas to the next place? Fucking hell. That's hilarious. Under yacht arrest. She looks like the Wax Museum version of herself. Exactly that. The fucking state of her. But yeah, that's who he's hanging out with. McGregor has posted several photographs of his trip to social media and appeared to be enjoying the delights of the Balearic Islands. However, the Sun captured footage of the Irishman appearing to strike another man while partying in the early hours of Tuesday morning. McGregor could be seen talking to a man before appearing to put his arm around the club goer while he was standing on a raised platform. Because he is a short ass, isn't he? But things quickly took a negative turn as McGregor appeared to throw two separate punches with his left hand while still holding a drink in his right before several people stood between the MMA fighter and the man on the receiving end of the punch. Okay. The reason for the altercation is not totally clear, but a source told The Sun, clearly something's been said to annoy him and he's reacted quite bad. Yeah, clearly something's been said. Clearly. I mean, I would imagine something was said. Fucking hell. The guy seemed to fall to the floor. And his mates came to pick him up. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to see in the video, if he could fall. The crowd obscured him, but it did look like the second punch clipped him square on the chin. But I didn't know if he was riding the punch or not, because he was obviously moving away from the first punch. Has already got obviously put his momentum away from it. So I wasn't sure if he rode it or not. But yeah, if he fell to the floor, mate, I reckon that second one got him. That little second hook got him. There didn't appear to be any consequences for Conor, but the guy he punched was taken away, and then we didn't see him again. There we go. Let's just have another look at that fucking punch, man. Oh, that second one there, look. Yes, that second one must have floored him. Oh! Fucking hell. Bro, it's just so self-destructive. He can't help himself, surrounded by a bunch of enablers. Nah, yeah, I think the thing is with Conor is he's got fuck you money. And there's a part of me that knows certain things about what I'd be like with fuck you money. Like, for example, I would probably never ever be sober. I'd probably be smoked. I'd probably wake up every day and the first thing I'd do would probably chow down some edibles. And I'd be stocked up all the time. I think when you go from being piss poor to within the space of how long, like, because obviously he was fighting for a while, but he was obviously fighting for peanuts and not getting very far. The money came quick, right? So it was like it went from being piss poor and in the space of 5 years earning £100 million in a single night. And he did that in a single night. And then he started a bunch of businesses. And all these businesses have actually been really profitable. I've heard they're profitable, like the Proper 12 and all that. I've heard they're really profitable. In less than a decade, the guy's gone from being piss poor to what's... Hang on. I know these online things are shit on. I don't know how to spell his fucking name. Yes, he's got like a net worth of £200 million. I just think I just think he's an absolute fucking dickhead. He was always an absolute fucking dickhead. Now he's a complete fucking dickhead who has 200 million. And I think he's a lazy dickhead. I don't think he makes any decisions of his own money other than buying a yacht and splashing the cash and getting cocaine and buying houses and flash shit. I think he's too lazy. I think he just gets people to do things for him. Oh, I've got money. You do it. You do it. He's that kind of guy. You do it. You take a cut. And he just got lucky, and he got a bunch of people saying, right, let's get you invested in this whiskey company. You're going to push it. You're going to use your brand and your name. All that kind of shit. And he's just got people, he's got people who know what to do with money. Investing his money for him and taking a cut. Because he's not doing it himself. Connor's not some fucking business genius. He's a fucking dickhead. He's a dickhead with 200 million. But think about that. If any of us probably saw £100 million in our life, it would probably come after decades of frugal business and profit. He made it in a single night. I'm sorry, but if you're some fucking pikey prick the night before, you go and do the fight, you lose anyway, you get your 100 million. You don't just magically go, oh, it's not like money is a detergent for pikiness. He was a pikey prick the day before he got the money, and he's still a pikey prick now that he's got the money. So now he's on yacht arrest. Without the 200 million, he's on house arrest in his council house. But a pikey with 200 million, he's on house arrest in a yacht. You know what I'm saying? And he's punching people in nightclubs. He's just a pikey. He's just a pikey. People think because he's got a bit of money about him. What do you think? What do you think he was going to develop some class? No. Of course he wasn't. It's a fucking pikey for life, mate. Have you seen Bezos and Zuckerberg and all that? You never see them wearing Rolexes and shit. You never see them in a suit. The real rich people. The real rich people. Because the thing is about 200 million, it's astronomical money. But if you're not smart with it, that's money you can lose. You can imagine it, can't you, Conor McGregor? You can imagine his coked up, CTE riddled brain, having all this success. And the people that he sort of offloaded and delegated this work to, who picked these investments for him, he probably thinks it was him. He'll buy into his own hype and genius, and he might start investing in shit. I can imagine it. I can imagine Conor McGregor doing something mental. I don't know. I just feel like it. I feel like I can imagine Conor McGregor bankrupting himself buying a football club. And I feel like the only reason he'd want to buy a football club is because while he's on yacht arrest, he's probably watching Welcome to Wrexham. And he probably wants a documentary about him buying a football club. I don't know. He's a fucking idiot. I think people around him have helped him. Because you know of the 100 million he earned fighting, he's blown 50 million of it. So to still be worth 200 million, that's the people around him helping him invest well. Detergent for pikiness. Yes, West. Yes, Blackie. Blackie. West. I was about to call you West, and then I called you Blackie. Fucking brain. Yes, Betty. Detergent for pikiness. People think money's a detergent for pikiness. Yes, it's not. It's not. If you look at the Fury family, right? Trust me. Tyson is worth tens of millions, possibly hundreds of millions, right? His pretty boy brother, he's worth millions, probably lower tens. He's probably worth about 10 million, right? He's definitely a millionaire, multi-millionaire. The dad, John Fury, he won't be as worth as much of his sons, but he's still a millionaire in his own right as well. He's been involved in enough of all the bullshit, and he's been done enough fucking press bullshit. He's also got a million odd behind him. The dad lives in a fucking field. Tyson Fury's dad, even though his brothers would buy him anything he needs, and he has the money to buy anything he needs. He lives in a fucking caravan. He lives in a fucking caravan in a field, shitting outside. You've seen Tyson Fury, mate. The guys are fucking pikey. Bodach upping his content is inspiring me. I'll make sure you know, buddy. What do you mean, Adam P? What do you mean, upping his content? I don't know what you mean. You mean the shorts that I've been spamming the last few weeks? I'll see how long it goes. Those fucking AI tools are expensive, man. Do you know it costs $88? It cost $88. So I bought it for a month thinking, right, I'll trial it because it was my birthday last month. So I bought it as a treat to myself. This month I got, I had some really generous super chats and some gifted memberships. So that's covered the cost of next month. So I just need to milk it. I just need to get as many shorts out of it as possible because I can't afford it myself. I can't afford to sustain it. But yeah, as long as the AI shorts thing, as long as I can keep it funded, yeah, man, Adam P, get on it. It's still your own stuff, innit? You've still got to do the streaming. You've still got to prep your content, and you still got to get out there, even if the AI's just helping you cut a few corners. Subscribe, yes. Cooking with Adam P. Oh, wicked, yes. Subscribe to Adam P. Good shout out. So they're gypsies. Yeah, they're just gypsies. Thank you, Westy. Oh, Westy's great with the shout outs. The shorts have been far. Thank you, Lane. I mean, you ramble. The way I do the shorts is it's quite simple. I mean, you obviously you upload it and it scans it and it like gives you these little snippets. It's like, here you go. I mean, it's supposed to tell you, and it's really good. It's really good at finding the little bits in context. So but it's AI, isn't it? So obviously it does the transcript and it does like you can achieve that with language models. I mean, I could achieve that knowing what I know. So that bit's like, obviously it finds the little segments where, oh look, there's something you're saying that's sort of coherent. Why don't you clip that? So that's really good. I do like the AI stuff. But it is quite funny because some clips I sort of seem to go into things and do quite well. And I end up getting a shit ton of shorts out of it. Then there'll be some streams where I go live for 4 hours. And the AI is like, Jesus fucking Christ, you waffle some bollocks. And the shit it finds, I'm like, oh. It's like I've literally done streams. Like the AI is amazing. But it has happened twice now. It's happened twice now where I've literally not been able to get a single clip from a whole stream. Because I've literally gone 3 hours saying absolutely nothing. Hours of talking. Saying absolutely nothing of value. You have to take it on the chin. He's like, Jesus Christ. Nothing of value? Nothing remotely interesting? Was I not talking about some conspiracies or cryptos, gaming stuff? Maybe did I talk about games? No. 2 to 3 hours of nothing. It's happened twice. But anyway. Let's get into my main stories of the evening. The three that I wanted you to know about. Pizza order shows world is on the brink. And it's not the rich and powerful doing what you know what with pizza. This isn't some Pizzagate thing. No. The pizza order shows the world is on the brink, and an order. Hang on, let's just scroll. A surge in pizza deliveries to the Pentagon has become a surprisingly accurate predictor of war, with this week's pizza index once again lighting up just moments before news broke of Israel's major attack on Iran. Imagine that. There's people out there that do nothing but track food orders to the Pentagon because they know when shit's going down somewhere in the world, a bunch of people in the Pentagon are going to be pulling all-nighters, so all the food starts getting ordering in. But yeah, internet sleuths on X reported a sudden spike in deliveries near the US Defense Headquarters, suggesting that hungry military leadership were hunkering down to monitor unfolding activities. Why is that jolting like that? What? That was... A surge in pizza deliveries to the Pentagon has become surprising. Yeah. So, yeah, the popular account, Pentagon Pizza Report. The Pentagon Pizza Report. We're definitely going to go and look at that. Led the theory, claiming to offer hot intel and painstakingly documenting the dramatic spike in traffic at local pizzerias. As of 6:59 p.m. ET, nearly all pizza establishments nearby the Pentagon have experienced a huge surge in activity, one post said, noting this was about an hour before Iranian state television reported explosions in Tehran. Mental, look at that. Pentagon Pizza Report called it. I need to follow these fucking... I need to get into X. I keep trying to get into X, and I'm a menace with X, and I do have a lot of fun trolling liberals and lefties. But the problem is, the algorithm then thinks that I want more. I don't want more. The thing is, when you agree with someone, you don't really got much to say. But when you disagree, you're going to spit out a bit of fact, aren't you? So the algorithm sees me spaff some shit out at Harry Sisson or something. And they say, oh, he loves his liberals. He always engages with liberals. So it shows me liberals. And if I do it too much, my X becomes a wall of liberals. I'm like, whoa, what about the others? You're not showing me the others anymore. What, because I don't argue with them, you're not going to show me their content? It's like, yeah, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating cultivating an X. Its algorithm's very responsive. It's trainable, but it's really simplistic. Like TikTok and YouTube, for example, seem to be able to juggle maybe 3 to 5 interests. As long as you don't divert from the same 3 to 5 interests you're normally consuming for too long, you don't throw your algorithm off too far. But honestly, with X, you respond to one liberal tweet, and then for the next 3 hours, everything you see is liberal tweets. Aha! That one got you. Do you want to go and comment on these ones as well? Like, it's that kind of algorithm. It's a trolly, drama fueling algorithm. But yeah, look at that, the spike in orders just before it. The account then posted the Google Maps activity of 4 Pentagon adjacent pizza establishments. The Pizza, District Pizza Palace, Domino's, and Extreme Pizza, which showed that all reported a spike in orders around this time. Why are they even reporting these? Where's the privacy, man? With about an hour left before close, the second closest Domino's to the Pentagon, about an 8-minute drive, is experiencing extremely high levels of traffic compared to a normal Thursday at around 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. as well. You're not going to get many orders at 11 p.m. The account said in one post. I mean, that's a spike, isn't it? Look at the fucking size of that spike. It's huge. That's crazy though, isn't it? That people are quite literally like, they know that people are gonna have to eat. So they're just gonna order loads of fucking takeaway. And if they keep a track of the things, it normally means something crazy is about to follow. I think that's fascinating myself. That's cool. That's very cool. Blackie, I know, Black Betty, I know. You can't get any freaking edibles here. I can't get any edibles here. Do you smoke through all your green, Bodach? Yes, Adam P. Wait, hang on. I've lost a bunch of stuff. Let me scroll up. Yes, Betty with the zing. Betty's always with the zingers. Betty's the zinger master. I can't get any freaking edibles. Yeah, I know. Edibles are hard. Edibles are hit and miss. That's one thing around here. Bollocks. I need to grind it up. Okay. I'm not going to be here much longer anyway. Yes, the edibles are hit and miss around here. So the gummies are such a nightmare. I remember getting one guy getting some gummies, and one gummy was enough. One gummy and you were good. 4 to 5 hours, you were good. And that was it. And you think, wicked, amazing. I'm fucking stoned all day. It's a different kind of stoned though. And then you're eating 3 gummies a day. You bought like 20 of them, so you're good for a few fucking days. So you go back and say, please, sir, can I have some more? And you buy the gummies again from the same place, from the same person. Only this time it takes 3 of them to get the same effect. And you burn through them quickly, so you're like, oh, that kind of sucks. So your instinct is, oh, I'm just building up a tolerance, of course. So you go and buy a batch again. Please, sir, can I have more? And down you do. You chug 3 of them down. No. It's the good stuff again. And you've just chowed 3 of them down. The inconsistency is a nightmare. I am lucky though. I do have a good tolerance for the stuff. I don't know. I do see people who pull whiteys who really like. I mean, it's the end of their day. It's like they think they're gonna die. I got a mate who, when he pulls a white, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you've ever had weed or if you've ever taken a massive hit of weed that's so fucking big, you can feel your heart pounding in your chest. Now, of course, that's always there. It's there right now. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And you can hear it. You can hear it right now. And it's really loud. Your heart beating. It's just since before you even had your first fucking dream. Your heart's been beating, you know what I mean? This ba-bum, ba-bum. All the time. All day, every day, your whole fucking life. You literally just tune it out. But it's there. Your heart is beating and it's actually quite loud and you can hear it. You've just tuned it out from birth. But when you take a massive hit of weed, like a big, too big a hit of weed, all of a sudden you're very, very aware of your heart. You can feel it. It feels like you've got this big fucking pumping engine in your chest. I've had this feeling. I actually enjoy it. It's a rush for me, but yeah, I got a mate who gets that feeling. And that's it. For the next half an hour, 45 minutes, he goes outside and just paces up and down. He doesn't care what he looks like. He looks like he's having a panic attack. He looks like he's freaking out. He won't talk to anyone. If someone says, "Oh, you alright, mate?" He's like, yeah. He just walks, pace up and down. Walks up and down until it goes away. He cannot stop moving. He is... Doesn't matter how many times he does this. It doesn't matter that nobody has ever died of a weed overdose. It's never happened and it won't ever happen. You can't. Doesn't matter. For the next half an hour to 45 minutes, he is, without any shadow of a doubt, convinced that he is about to die. This is it. He's aware of his heartbeat, and this is it. He is just pacing up and down, trying to burn some energy away, expecting that heavy pounding of his heart. Again, that's always there. He's just suddenly aware of it because the weed has lowered his inhibitions to the point where he's hearing his organs. And he's bumping. He's just pacing up and down, waiting for the moment that turns into pain and his agonizing death. Of course, the pain and agonizing death never comes, but that's what he's waiting for. And you can't reason with him. You can't get him out of it. Can't get him out of it. Can't remember why I'm telling you this story now. So yeah, well, the edibles, yeah. The inconsistencies are too mental and it's too slow. Because obviously the edibles take a while to kick in. So like, if you do have a weak batch, you're taking one. And you realise quite like nearly an hour later, that's not enough. So you take another one. You realise maybe an hour and a half. You're like, yeah, maybe. But you take another one. You get into 3 to 4 hours before you realise. And then you got to assume that the whole batch is weak. You might have like a random strong one in there. Yeah, the edibles are a fucking nightmare. Because the fact is, they're all these gummy mate. They're all basically, they're not really gummies. They're just thick jelly, aren't they? They're just made, aren't they? They're just made in someone's fucking kitchen. It's not like they've got access to industrial kit that really churns and mixes shit up and gets it really spread around. These fuckers will just be using like little, what is it, like little consumer grade, little at home kitchen mixers and stuff that you'd do if you were baking a cake. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing, right? When you see a cake baked at home, around the edges it's always a bit shit and crusty, right? It's the same thing when they're doing the gummy bears and edibles at home. There's some crusty shitty bits at their side that don't do anything. And you got the good stuff in the middle that's getting you stoned off your tits. But they just chop it up equally and dish it out. So you never know what you're getting. It's too inconsistent. I cannot wait. Until they legalize it in this country. And you get a few bakers who are going to open up a few industrial units with some proper industrial kit and actually like pump out some fucking gummy bears and cookies and stuff like that with some real consistency in the THC and CBD levels. So you can actually dose on them properly like you can in Amsterdam and California. But yeah, until then, I avoid edibles. I tried to make canna butter. But yeah, like again, I think I made like 12 cookies out of it in the end. Using up all of the butter. I got 12 cookies out of it. I ate 6. You know what I mean? I think I put like nearly 200 quid's worth of weed into the butter. I got about 6 cookies out of it. It took me about 6 to feel the effects of it. And the next day I ate the other 6. That's it. 200 quid's worth of weed consumed in 2 days. And the can of butter's good. I kept it was unsalted. I kept it at 70 degrees. I kept it there for hours at 70 degrees. I kept it covered. It didn't dry out. It didn't do anything. I know what I'm doing. I didn't overdo the cookies. The cookies were soft, so I didn't burn it and cook it or anything like that. They were soft, gooey cookies. I should have gone with brownies. I've heard brownies because the problem is you need to cook something because you don't want to go for a certain temperature when you're cooking. Because obviously when you're doing brownies, you cook brownies at a fairly low temperature compared to other baked goods. But yeah, hang on, let me just fucking get this. Yeah, this will be run out soon. I'm gonna stop again. I got it because I was just having a shitty couple of weeks, so I got some weed. Because I got this project at work as well, and it's like, fucking hell. I got this project at work, and it's just gone a little bit mad. The project was fine, it was on time, it's just the client's been a bit of a nightmare. So they suddenly want a bunch of shit done. They need a bunch of shit done that I need like 6 to 8 weeks to do, but they want it done in 2. They've incentivized us to do it, obviously. Get it done and we'll make it worth your while, so that's good. But that was piling on while I had some personal shit. And I was like, I need to be able to sleep and shit. So, you know, you know what I mean? It's my go-to therapy. You just get some weed in, don't you? It just helps you relax. That's it. You just relax. It's nice. Just helps you relax. Helps you sleep. I can see why they're doing it now. I keep seeing the adverts for it all the time. Get your cannabis card. Your NHS cannabis card. I think they're actually realising now that there's a bunch of people out there. I'm not saying I'm one of them. I don't think I need a cannabis card. I'm just a fucking degenerate piece of shit. But there's people out there with certain issues. And instead of medicating them on some fucking really harsh pharmaceutical, they can just smoke this thing that grows in the ground. And all their woes go away. Mad, isn't it? How the fuck did it ever become illegal? Yeah, Bodach upping his content. Yeah, I've already read that. John Fury is Thomas Pennell's father. Fucking hope not. What's up, Andrew B? Hey guys, how you doing? Looks good, but suck. Whoa, Andrew B. Whoa, what are you talking? What sucks? Follow Musical on G on new Discord. Follow Musical on IG new account. Okay, he's got a new account, has he now? Let's have a look. Wait, what? Oh yes, so he has. Follow back. Yes, I will. I've got 3 messages. I never check fucking Facebook or Instagram. I will catch up with those. Anyway, let's crack on. Yeah, legal win for a son tricked into moving to Africa. Another one from the BBC. The BBC's been on fire. It's been on fire. It's a good argument for legalization. Every batch of edibles is as advertised. Exactly, Adam P. So you get tax revenue, you get standardization. You also have a surge in the economy. So all of a sudden, people are growing weed, and the best thing about it is that it can be grown in gardens. It can be grown in gardens, lofts. You can get strains that basically make them household plants. And if people are allowed to just grow it and have it, we get like a green revolution. And it's not just the fact that they're going to... Because here's a little fun fact. If you... Because obviously you want a certain type of cannabis plant to give you the best buds, right? You want, I think it's the females. If you keep male plants around, right, and they pollinate, the buds will be smaller. They'll be smaller. So you need to keep the male plants away. You can never let them pollinate. That's why you have to mass them. You can't let any bees near them. As soon as they pollinate, it encourages the buds to get bigger. But if you put some male tomato plants next to them, that can trigger the female cannabis plants to react as if there were male cannabis plants around. And believe me, that's true, by the way. So you'll have people up and down the country fucking growing all this fucking shit. I'm just saying. You get the tax revenue, and then in the places where it has been legalized, what they've found is that there's a statistical correlation where when you've legalized cannabis, the amount of sick days that people take from work is dramatically reduced. Because people are able to go home and access a legal substance that actually and genuinely helps them unwind at the end of a stressful day, and it actually helps them get a decent sleep, even after a long, hard day, when you're stressed out and your brain's buzzing. Instead of tossing and turning until 3 o'clock in the morning and then going back to work on 4 hours sleep, you smoke weed, you unwind, you de-stress, you chill out in the evening, you go to bed, you get fucking 8 hours sleep, undisturbed. Of course people are gonna be pulling less sickies. So you got less sick days, which is a massive boom to the economy. Because sick days are a massive cost to the economy. So fewer sick days is a massive boom to the economy. It reduced violent crime. It reduced the demand for SSRIs or SRRI, the pills, the antidepressants and shit. Right, and of course there's some negatives. There's some negatives with it. Like there has been issues with a massive spike in cannabis and weed related driving accidents. People are driving around stoned and going to work stoned and things like that. So yeah, it's not perfect. There's issues, but the pros massively outweigh the cons. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. The problem is they've got in some of these places where they've legalized weed is that some companies are now stuck between a bit of a legal minefield, because I think even Elon Musk's actually getting a bit of this fucking shit as well. It's with migrants and people who take drugs. Some fields are sensitive and they want to retain the right to randomly drug test their employees. And if they're found to be taking drugs, they want to reserve the right to fire them. No redundancy, no payout, no if you're fired, you've failed a drugs test. It's in your contract. There's nothing you can do. You can't. It's not unfair. You failed your drug test, you're out. But when you legalize these things, you've got these companies, they do not want people going off on their lunch break for a cigarette break and having a joint instead. And then coming back in and working machinery and shit like that. And unfortunately, and obviously when this company says, right, you're a weed smoker, you're not smoking weed, you're not doing that, you can't work here. You're now discriminating. They're not breaking the law, it's legal, but you're discriminating. So you got to iron out certain laws. You can't just say da legal. You got to tie it in with alcohol laws, because alcohol's legal, but there's obviously exceptions. Your boss is allowed to tell you you are not allowed to drink at work, and if you do, he or she can fire you. They can fire you if you're caught drinking on the job. Right? That's it. There's exceptions, isn't there? But yeah, they need to iron it all out. And the only problem is, in the United Kingdom, our legal system is really convoluted. See, like America, your legal system's it's becoming a bit mental. But you've only been a country for 200 years. Our legal system's like what, 400-500 years? Our legal system was fucked up and over convoluted centuries ago, and it's only got worse. So like the way that in Britain, the way like weed will be outlawed and classified, it's not just some law, but that's illegal. There'll be a repertoire of different amendments that need to be made to legalize weed. There'll be pharmaceutical laws around the pharmaceuticals, laws around drugs, laws around narcotics, laws around organized crime, laws around traffic. I'm sure it was like that for America as well, but yeah, it's just things are just so fucking slow here, man. The legal system here is very slow. It's very slow. We've got think about this. We've got a government in there at the minute with a supermajority. That means they can basically write any bill. They can write a bill and say, give Bodach £1 million. He can have it, no reason. And they can vote that in, and that's it. I'll get £1 million. There's nothing. There's no opposition. There's no one that can stop him. Right? And there's not enough. There's not enough in the party that are like, whoa, come on. You know, because they all toe the party line, right? They haven't got enough rebels to slow them down yet. So we've got a government that can do whatever the fuck they want. They've been there for a year, yet they've done fuck all. They've done fuck all. Even with a supermajority, when you can quite literally pass any law and bill you want, you can write it now and have it. You can write that bill right now. Call everyone in right now. Vote it through. Have it through tonight. Have it on the House of Lords thing tomorrow. They might bounce it back, but you just vote it back. No, do it. The House of Lords always pass it second time. Royal assent. He never double checks it. Done. They can have it. They can have it as a law. They can have that law in there by the end of next week. It's just like I said, our law's so convoluted. Like video piracy is an interesting one. Like I know that's a differentiator. I believe in America you've differentiated online piracy as a specific subset of law. Britain has kind of done a bit of that, but you're also breaking communications laws, other copyright law. I can't think of the other one. There's three of them. When you pirate movies and sports here, you're actually breaking 3 laws, not just one. That's what I mean about Britain. You can't just change one thing because the legal system here is so convoluted. Everything's subjected to 4 or 5 conflicting laws. You have to change all of them at once. The PISA index, exactly. What do you mean? What? I don't know. What? Why didn't you say confections like a proper British lad? Confections. What do you mean? It's a good argument. Yeah, read that. What you? We have a 2-plant maximum in BC, Canada. A 2-plant maximum in Canada. Okay. Well, there you still got 2-plant. The thing is, if you've got a plant and you've got a good grow setup, you can cultivate that plant and keep your weed going from 2 plants all year round. You can sustain yourself with 2 plants. Easy. I tried to grow weed and got 4 plants. 2 of them failed straight away. 2 of them grew 5 foot. And I had to get wooden poles through because of the weight of it. And it was doing fucking amazing. And then I came back one day and everything was brown. Just died. And I still will never know what happened to those plants. They were just, but that was it. I thought, oh shit. Give them a bit of thought. I tried to see if they'd recover the next day. They were just brittle. Everything was brittle. They just shriveled up and died. It was so weird. Like they were just infected with something. They just died. But yeah, when you figure out how to avoid that shit, you know what you're doing. Those 2 5-foot plants, man, you could have just cultivated the bud off. You just cultivate the bud. Pluck that bud off, get it all dried. Keep fertilizing, keep watering, keep the lights on, it will sprout again. It will keep sprouting. It will just keep sprouting. Get those male tomato plants in there with it. It'll be like, oh, hello. And get kinky with all that bud. Adam P. Are you considered British by the British Crown because you are in BC? British Columbia, okay. But anyway, let's get through this thing. Legal win for a son tricked into moving to Africa by parents. Yeah, he was tricked. A teenager who was tricked into going to a boarding school in Africa has won a significant legal victory against his own parents. The 14-year-old boy, who cannot be identified, was taken from London to Ghana in March of 2024 after being told a relative was ill. In fact, his parents wanted to get him out of London as they feared he was being drawn into criminal activity. Oh shit. Unhappy and homesick in Ghana, the boy found lawyers and brought a case against his parents to the High Court in London, which ruled against him in February. On Thursday, he won a Court of Appeal bid, so the case will be reheard. The most senior judge in the family division, Sir Andrew McFarlane, said there has been confusion in the previous decision. We have become more and more concerned as to the exercise the judge undertook, he said. The thing is, the parents are fucking wankers. He's literally taking you to court and the parents are like, no, you're staying there in Ghana. What kind of parents is this? Like, my mum was strict. But there's a place between the arse kicking, because she's old school. You got the rolling pin or the slipper or the TV remote, or sometimes she'd roll up a magazine or newspaper. She used that as a weapon sometimes. So between the beating and me taking her to court, there's a point at which my mom would be like, yeah, all right. Like, if she was sending me to Ghana and I was taking her to go, at some point, my mom would be like, fine, you can come back from Ghana. Like, you know what I mean? Still getting ass kicking, but you can come back from Ghana. But, you know, for those reasons, we are agreed. Remittal should be allowed. Fair enough. He urged the family to find a solution for a constructive dialogue. And the hearing, the boy's barrister, is that Deirdre Futtrell? Is that Deirdre Futtrell, KC? What is a KC? Can't remember what it is now. What is a KC? I can't. I'm not googling it. Said he will. Said he's desperate to return to the UK. But where are you gonna live, mate? It's like this poor kid is in Ghana. And he's like, fuck this fucking noise. Fuck this shit. Mum, Dad, not working out, mate. Gonna come back. No. What? You no come back. What do you mean I'm not coming back? No, you stay Ghana. You stay Ghana. Right, well, I'm getting in fucking court. I'm taking you to court, Dad. Sorry, I'm taking you to court, Dad. You sent me to fucking Ghana. I've been bored in fucking London. I'm coming home, mate. No. You stay in Ghana. I'm going to take you to court, Dad. Imagine you go through that. And you win. And you come home. And your parents are just sat there. When you arrive. What's up, motherfuckers? Like, oh. Thought you could leave me in Ghana, did you, motherfuckers? What's that poor lad going home to? That is an awkward dinner table. Dinner! Your dinner's ready. Sorry. Actually, we so we didn't set you a plate, son. We thought you'd be in Ghana. Like, you're not supposed to be here. What the fuck is he going home to? Imagine his dad has turned his bedroom into like a gym. Dad, where am I going to sleep? You can sleep on the bench press. Didn't think we'd need a bed in here because you were supposed to be in Ghana. Like, this poor fucking kid has to... What is he coming home to? Surely he has to go live with his grandparents or something. His solicitor, James Netto, described the appeal ruling as a hugely significant decision that would resonate across international family law. You can't just send your kids to fucking Ghana and say fuck off, you're staying. That's mental. Like, I believe the state should, like, stay the fuck out of my way with my kids. I'm raising my kids. They're my fucking kids. Ultimately, they go to school because I think there's more pros and cons to attending school, so that I make them go. I make them do a lot of stuff, right? They're my fucking kids. There's some people out there that think I'm some fucking super dad. They're so full of praise for me. And there's people out there that think I am a piece of shit and do the bare minimum and don't do enough for my kids. I don't give a fuck, mate. They're my kids. But if, for whatever reason, and I mean, sometimes they don't do the dishes when they're told straight away. But if for whatever reason, I'm like, right, you're off. I'm off where, Dad? You're off to boarding school in Ghana. You know what I mean? If the state were to intervene and say, listen, Bodach, you can't send your kid to Ghana. I'm probably just going to accept it. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Fine, bring him back. Sorry, son, I turned your bedroom into a gym. Like, fucking, what do you mean? You know what I mean? There's a line. For me, that's a line. I'm surprised that he even has to take them to court. For me, I feel like that's a line. I feel like parents in Britain shouldn't be allowed to just send their kids to Ghana without permission. Or any other country, for that matter. It's not just about Ghana, it's about any country. I just wonder what the fuck happens when he wins. Obviously, on the appeal, hopefully he gets a judge with common sense. He's like, yeah, this is like mental. The kid does not want to go to Ghana. We can't make him stay there. That's fucking insane. I don't care what his fucking mum and dad said. That's fucking insane. Send him to a British boarding school. And like, you can't send him to fucking Ghana if he doesn't want to go. You know what I mean? Hopefully he gets a judge with some fucking common sense. Unlike the first judge who ruled against him. The first judge was like, yeah, you know what? The first judge was like, do as you're told. Your mum and dad said you go to Ghana, now you're going to Ghana. Do as you're told. The judge didn't actually pause for a second. Hang on. Wait. Ghana, is that like the name of the school? Is that somewhere in Scotland? No. The country, Ghana, in Africa. Oh, shit. Maybe don't do what your mum and dad said. It's such a preposterous story. How can your parents send you to a foreign country and then tell you no, you're not coming home? Take you to court. The first judge says, nah, you're staying. And the parents, they took the W and left him in Ghana. That's funny. Sorry, this tickled me more. Well, listen, it needs to amuse someone. If it only amuses me, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Free Laws. I don't know. Play Ramble On by Led Zeppelin. I can't Western. I can't touch fucking music. I've just fucking played a game that I really want to get into. It's called Wario. I think it's been the game I've been waiting for my whole fucking life. So it's a war game based in 1989. The Cold War erupted into a full war. NATO versus the Soviets. And there's like a main map where you position troops and stuff, and you got like there's like a tactical campaign map, and then there's the battle map. But it's all modern units. It's got tanks and planes and jets, and you got to get really fucking methodical and tactical with it. It's a really fun, good game, Wario. I've played a little bit of it last night, and I just know I'm going to play it once I've gone offline now. I know for a fact that I'm going to be putting in about 500 hours into that game. I will stream some of it, but yeah. But anyway, I've got one more story to tell, because that fucking insane. It's insane that you can't fucking do it. But yeah, my last story for tonight before I head to bed. I'm just going to make Tuesday night my knowledgeable fisticuff night, by the way. I'm being too ambitious. 3 streams a week at like 4 or 5 hours a time. I need to get back to my fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to get back to my 3 streams a week. I'm back to the 3 streams a week, but yeah. Back to sort of wrapping up after an hour or 2. Back to finding a few stories to tell. I also need to get back to telling some fucking jokes. Do you at least understand my backhanded joke? No, Weston, I'm sorry, I've completely missed it. You might need to explain it. Play Ramble. It's my podcast and I'll ramble if I want to, Weston. I've been a bit rambly tonight, to be fair. Well, that's the fucking point, right? Read some stories, triggers a ramble. If there's something coherent in that rambling, hopefully the AI will make a good short out of it. Otherwise, I will move on. Yeah, I'm on my way there, Lane. What do you mean, where are you on your way, Lane? But yeah, let's go. Crypto influencer kidnapped but promptly released after criminals realized this important detail. A 26-year-old cryptocurrency trader and TikTok content creator was kidnapped in France last week, but was released a day later when the criminals realized this one thing. Cryptocurrency-related kidnappings, particularly in France, have risen dramatically over the past few months. We've seen physical ransom notes containing several actual fingers, and multiple crypto-related kidnappings happening in 1 week. But this story really takes the cake. A cryptocurrency trader turned TikTok influencer was kidnapped in France, but was released a day later after the criminals found out that he was actually broke. What was this fluff up here about? What was that fluff there about? Give us the headline. I don't know what the fuck's happened. Oh, I've accidentally clicked on another article. Yeah, this fucking fluff here. You should have just gone headline and straight into there. A cryptocurrency trader turned TikTok influencer was kidnapped in France but was later released a day later after the criminals found out that he was actually broke. A report from the French radio station Europe 1 said. The trader was travelling home from in northern France when he was forced into a stolen car that sped away, leaving the influencer helpless. He was then beaten. Why? He was then beaten, and his kidnappers demanded 500,000 euros in cryptocurrency. Is that it? 50,000! You kidnapped someone and beaten them. Dude, you get caught, mate. That's what? That's a decade in prison. What, for 50 grand? It's not worth the stretch. Seeing as the 26-year-old amassed 40,000 followers on TikTok due to his cryptocurrency trading, his captors believed that he had the funds to pay the ransom. But oh, were they wrong? The trader showed the criminals the low balance in his wallet, and the TikToker was promptly released as he was of no use to the kidnappers. I actually don't believe this. I think he tricked them. Because let's say you buy some naughty things on the dark web, some herbal things, you're not going to use your main account. You're not going to use your main account. This is what I do when I get stuff on the dark web. I take my Ledger wallet. So I've got a hardware wallet. I use my Ledger. I send the funds for my crypto to an exchange. With that exchange, I then buy Monero. I then send that Monero to my Monero wallet that's also on my Ledger. And then I pay for the things with that Monero. So it's removed. So Moneros are privacy coins, so its transactions aren't tracked. So because the Bitcoin's completely tracked, completely, and they've had machine learning over that for years. They've literally got every single transaction tracked, and everywhere. If there's a way to link a name to an address, you're linked. You are linked. There's no anonymity there. There's no anonymity on Bitcoin. So for me, the chain looks like it's gone from my hardware wallet to my exchange wallet to Monero to gone. Now they might be able to ask the exchange, oh, where's the wallet? Where's the wallet? But it doesn't get tracked. Doesn't matter. So they might even know what, they might even be able to get my wallet. And might be able to get my wallet from the exchange. And the exchange might even say, yeah, we put through an order to submit this money. And they might even know and find out the address of my actual wallet on my Ledger. But that's where the chain breaks. Because only I will then know where anything's gone from that wallet without my key. So they have no idea what I'm spending that Monero on. So that's the chain. So the reason I was telling you this is that's because I've got a wallet with crypto in it, and I've also got wallets with fuck all in it. Because those are trash wallets. Those are trash crypto wallets that I use for when I'm sending people crypto. Just adds a few layers and keeps a few layers away from the exchanges and my actual wallets, just so there's more and a bit more privacy. But this guy, I reckon, he showed them his trash wallets. He showed him his trash wallets that were empty. Got released. He got released because they thought he had no fucking crypto. Where his actual fucking wallet, where he will in no way, a proper crypto trader as well, Traders have different pots. They'll have the trash pot. They'll have the trading pot. And then they'll have the stuff that's tucked away. The stuff that's tucked away, that'll all be on private wallets with keys that are only written down. There'll be no digital way in. There'll be no apps that have already got the in. There's no ledger with an easy pin. That's just on a straight up personal wallet, and the only way to access it is with the actual fucking passphrase. That'll be written down somewhere. Proper traders will have that. They'll have millions tucked away like that. Because they know this. They know they could get kidnapped. They know something can happen. They also know that at some point regulators coming in and taxation, gains tax, the regulators are going to come in. They're doing all these things. They're hiding it all. They're hiding all their crypto. Every crypto trader's hiding it because they want the smallest breadcrumb trail to that pot of gold as humanly possible to avoid the inevitable future regulations and the access that will inevitably grant to the tax man. So yeah, they're all fucking hiding it. Yeah, so it's not surprised he was fucking broke and he got fucking... But anyway. That was some... Whew. Still looking at the news. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining me. Let me just see if there's any chat to capture up. It's been nice. It's been very quiet. Oh, wow. I've only got 5 people. Very, very quiet evening. Lets me just get on with the yapping and the root and the reading. FIFA Cup. There you go. What FIFA Cup? We need commentation. What do you mean? Is it the Women's World Cup? I don't really watch women's football, to be fair. Don't want to spread away in my car, mate. I was gonna do some bro code stuff, but I don't think that matters. The stuff about the bro code, it doesn't do very well on the stream. I think it bores a lot of people, but for some reason the AI clips pick up on it and it does well there. So I do need to read some out at some point. But yeah, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I would like to know. I don't want to sound spoiled, but with 5 or 6 people watching, that's quite a fall off to where it was just a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I'm just really shit. Maybe I'm just really shit at streaming now, and everyone's tuned out, or I'm missing something. Is there some sort of event? Is there some sort of live event on right now that everyone might be watching? Is there some new prominent live streamers on now that I'm not subscribed to yet? I've noticed that a bunch of other people haven't been live streaming today. Have I missed something here? No one else is live streaming and it's been very quiet here tonight. I have no idea if something's going on or not, or if I'm just being the spoilt brat and expecting to always have 10 plus people here. But anyway, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Look out for more shorts. I love the feedback. I do try and keep up with the comments. Facebook's really bad at letting you know when you got comments and all that kind of stuff. If it gives me a notification, I click on it, I read it, I reply. I always reply to every comment. If I haven't, it's because YouTube literally hasn't told me I've got it. If you leave a comment on a video of mine and I don't reply, I swear to you, it's because YouTube didn't tell me you've done that. I don't know it's there to respond to, I promise you. If it gives me the notification, I read it, I respond. But yeah, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm back on Thursday. with a science quiz. By the way, it's a science quiz. So four rounds relating to different fields of different areas of science. Not fields, areas. Areas of science. We'll be following on Thursday. We'll follow the quiz with my AI picks, even though we did really bad last week. I've made some adjustments. The data's farmed last night. We're going to be running the AI tomorrow. If you are a member, which I think is pretty much half of YouTube, Gilly's bought so many gifted members. But if you are a member, look out for the AI picks. I'm going to be posting them for members a week early. And after Thursday, look out for me over the weekend. If I'm tucking into a new game or doing any research for a potential video, I'm going to be live streaming that also for members only. Whoops, I'm just burping the mic. But yeah, until then, I'll see you on Thursday. Probably not tomorrow. I'm not sure if the Rush stuff's going to flare back up. If the Rush games flare back up and everyone's keen, then yeah, expect loads of Rush streams. But until then, expect to see me on Thursday. Cheers for stopping by. Like I said, there's no one live. There's no one to raid. I've only got 6 watching. Strange evening, but yeah. I got to. This is what I normally do. This is what I used to do. Go through the articles, react to it, try and make a joke. Kind of missed it, really. I normally have to just, yeah, it's good. I've enjoyed tonight for some reason. Sorry, I don't want to sound like a fucking ass. That doesn't mean don't watch. I'm just saying. It was a different change of pace. I've really enjoyed going through some articles. I forgot how much fun it is just to take the piss out of a few stories. See you later, guys. It's Thursday. See you Thursday.